Hello, dear students. So, we were discussing about the classes of kingdom fungi, and we had discussed the details about the first two classes of the fungi, which are Phycomycetes and Ascomycetes, right? और उनके जो करेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं, मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, मोड ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन, करेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स जो उनको सेपरेट करते हैं एक दूसरे से, किस तरह के एसेक्सुअल स्पोर्स बनते हैं, किस तरह के सेक्सुअल स्पोर्स बनते हैं, ये सब हमने ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया था, राइट? नाउ वी विल स्टडी इन दिस लेक्चर द रिमेनिंग टू क्लासेस ऑफ द फंजाई which are Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. Okay, so first we will discuss about the Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes एक्चुअली टर्म जो आया है वो बेसिडियम से आया है, ठीक है। जैसे हमने देखा था कि एस्कोमाइसिटीज हैव द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फ्रूटिंग बॉडी कॉल्ड एज एस्कोकार्प, and ascocarp bears specialized structures which are called as एसाई और एस्कस इन सिंगुलर, राइट। तो जो एस्कस है यानी जो सैक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है जो फ्रूटिंग बॉडी के ऊपर ग्रो करता है, एंड फ्रूटिंग बॉडी का नाम है एस्कोकार्प, वो एक करेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर है और इसीलिए उस क्लास का नाम रखा गया था एस्कोमाइसिटीज। सिमिलरली बेसिडियोमाइसिटीज जो टर्म रखा गया है, दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक शेप of the fruiting body which is called as basidium. Okay, so basidium is the mature fruiting body which is formed during the sexual reproduction in the Basidiomycetes. Okay, so all the organisms which form this characteristic basidium or basidiocarp, which is the fruiting body, and basidium is the characteristic club shaped structure, they are all categorized into the क्लास बेसिडियोमाइसिटीज। ओके, तो बेसिडियम का मतलब क्या होता है? जैसे हमने एसाई का मतलब देखा कि सैक होता है, बेसिडियम का मतलब, बेसिडियम सिंगुलर है और बेसिडिया जो है वो प्लूरल है। ओके, BASIDIUM बेसिडियम, और बेसिडिया होगा तो BASIDIA बेसिडिया, बेसिडिया प्लूरल है। तो बेसिडियम इज एक्चुअली ए club shaped. Okay, club shaped, I think you all know what is the club shaped. It is something like this. Okay, so this kind of structure is called club shaped. Okay, so this club shaped structure, specialized structure, contains the spores, and these are called as basidiospores, and the structure fruiting body which contains lot of basidia on it is called as basidiocarp. Now what is the example? Basidiocarp are actually the very advanced class of the fungi, and if you see this figure 2.5, you can see this mushroom. This is named as agaricus. Okay, so agaricus or mushroom, which is umbrella shaped, usually white, sometimes black or brownish also in structure, this belongs to the class Basidiomycetes. Okay, this is the example. So mushrooms or agaricus, and then bracket fungi or puff balls, they all are examples of the Basidiomycetes. What is their habitat? That means Basidiomycetes usually कहाँ पाए जाते हैं? Like most of the other fungi, they live on the damp soil. So they live on the soils, they live on the ट्री लॉग्स और स्टम्प्स। ओके, जो ग्रोइंग ट्री है उसके लॉग्स पे भी पाए जा सकते हैं, या जो ट्री कट करने के बाद जो लॉग्स होते हैं उस पर भी ग्रो कर सकते हैं। यू माइट हैव सीन इट एट मैनी प्लेसेस, राइट? एंड मैनी टाइम्स they are also parasitic in nature. That means they will grow on different plants and they will cause certain diseases. And the very famous disease of the rust and smut, this is caused by Basidiomycetes. So Puccinia graminis causes the disease rust, and Astilago causes the disease smut. Okay, so rust is caused by Puccinia and smut is caused by Astilago in the plants, in the crop plants, and they are very famous diseases of the plants and very important as well. So you must remember that rust and smut are caused by Puccinia and Astilago, respectively, and they belong to the Basidiomycetes, the same class which has the agaricus or mushrooms. So this was about habitat कि कहाँ पे रहते हैं, कैसे रहते हैं. Now coming to the morphology, that how do they look like. They have the again network of hyphae which is called as mycelium. And what is the structure of the mycelium? They have the septate mycelium, and this mycelium is also branched. हमने देखा था कि फाइकोमाइसिटीज में एसेप्टेट और सिनोसाइटिक माइसिलियम होता है. एस्कोमाइसिटीज में सेप्टेट एंड ब्रांच्ड माइसिलियम था. सिमिलरली बेसिडियोमाइसिटीज में भी सेप्टेट और ब्रांच्ड माइसिलियम होगा. ओके, सो माइसिलियम इज सॉर्ट ऑफ मोर एडवांस्ड देन द फाइकोमाइसिटीज. देन कमिंग टू द mode of reproduction, as I already have told you that they have the basidiospores which are formed. But before coming to that, let us see the asexual mode of reproduction. So asexual mode of reproduction may involve either the vegetative method of propagation or a vegetative mode of reproduction or asexual spores. So in Basidiomycetes usually the asexual spores will be absent. Okay, asexual spores का हमने एग्जांपल पढ़ा था, अप्लेनोस्पोर और कोनिडिया या कोनिडियोस्पोर, राइट. So those asexual spores will be absent. However, the sexual spores will be there. So for asexual reproduction there are no spores, but there is vegetative method of the reproduction, and the most common is the fragmentation. Fragmentation क्या होता है? We already had discussed that the body or the hyphae of the fungi will be broken into many parts, and each part can grow into an independent organism, right? This is how they can propagate. And so this was about asexual reproduction. What about sexual reproduction? Let me tell you that during the sexual reproduction there is no specific male or female specialized sex organs which are formed. Rather, what happens that, as I had told you earlier, that there are compatible hyphae. Okay, that means one hyphae of one type, okay, will serve as one parent, then another hyphae which is of another type, and if they both are compatible to each other, they will undergo fusion and they will eventually result into the fertilization or diploid stage. So the compatible hyphae themselves will fuse and will undergo plasmogamy. No specialized sexual structures are present in the Basidiomycetes. However, the specialized fruiting body basidium is there, so you have to distinguish between the two. No specialized sex structures, no specialized sex organs, but specialized fruiting bodies are there. Okay, so after the plasmogamy in this Basidiomycetes, usually what happens that the nuclei from the two kinds of the compatible hyphae, they do not fuse immediately. So I already had explained to you that many times plasmogamy happens, but plasmogamy is not immediately followed by karyogamy. ठीक, यानी जो प्रोटोप्लाज्म है, साइटोप्लाज्म है, वो फ्यूज़ हो जाएगा, लेकिन न्यूक्लियस इमीडिएटली फ्यूज़ नहीं होगा. और फॉर सम टाइम द organism or the mycelium or the hyphae will contain both the nuclei, rather the nuclei from both the parents, right? That stage is called a dikaryon stage. So in the Basidiomycetes, the dikaryon stage is prominent and it is present. It can be easily identified. However, in Ascomycetes or Deuteromycetes, this dikaryon stage is not very distinguished stage, or it is not a very independent stage. So Basidium has a characteristic, Basidiomycetes have a characteristic dikaryophase or dikaryon stage. Okay, so ये प्लाज्मोगैमी होने के बाद what happens that after this hyphae have been formed which contain two nucleus, that means n plus n, then they will start differentiating. Okay, earlier जो hyphae था वो डिफ्रेंशिएटेड नहीं था, उसमें कोई स्पेशलाइज्ड सेक्सुअल स्ट्रक्चर नहीं था. नाउ आफ्टर द प्लाज्मोगैमी व्हाट विल हैपन, इट विल स्टार्ट डिफ्रेंशिएटिंग, एंड आफ्टर डिफ्रेंशिएशन ऑफ दिस a dikaryophase hyphae, this will form a specialized structure, a specialized fruiting body, uh, which is called as basidium. Okay, so this specialized club shaped structure is called basidium, and this basidium actually, many basidia are present on a specialized fruiting body which is called as basidiocarp. So basidiocarp is a fruiting body, it will contain lot of basidium, and this basidium will actually have the this dikaryon, that means n plus n stage of the hyphae after the plasmogamy. Now after forming the basidium, this dikaryon stage will undergo nuclear fusion, that means the two nuclei from each compatible hyphae will fuse, and that is called as karyogamy. तो बेसिडियम बनने के बाद बेसिडियम के अंदर ही कैरियोगेमी होगा, दैट मीन्स फ्यूजन ऑफ न्यूक्लियाई होगा, यानी फर्टिलाइजेशन हो जाएगा. एंड दैट मीन्स नाउ आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन व्हाट विल हैपन, द हैप्लॉइड स्टेज विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू डाइप्लॉइड स्टेज. तो पहले जब हाइफी वाला स्टेज था तो यहाँ एन था, डाइकैरियन स्टेज में एन प्लस एन हो गया. उसके बाद कैरियोगैमी वाले स्टेज के बाद क्या हो जाएगा, 2n हो जाएगा. नाउ बिकॉज द फंजाई और फंगस हैव द हैप्लॉइड बॉडी, दैट मीन्स दे हैव द chromosome arrangement in the form of n, not as 2n. So this diploid stage has to be converted into the haploid stage before further growth or before further stages can commence. So what will happen after the karyogamy? When the diploid stage has been attained, there will be meiosis. Okay, so meiosis means reduction division. So this reduction division will result into conversion of the diploid stage into the haploid stage. That means 2n will be converted into n. So this haploid spores will be produced, and these spores are produced inside the basidium. So that is why they are called as basidiospores. So these basidiospores are produced exogenously, as we had seen that conidia are also produced exogenously, not inside any specialized structure like we had seen in the ascus. एस्कस में क्या था, एंडोजीनसली प्रोड्यूस होता था. कोनिडिया में एक्सोजीनसली प्रोड्यूस होता था. बेसिडियम में भी एक्सोजीनसली प्रोड्यूस होगा. ओके, सो बेसिडियोस्पोर्स विल बी प्रोड्यूस्ड एक्सोजीनसली ऑन द बेसिडियम, and basidium is located on the basidiocarp. So this is how this basidiospores will be produced, and this is the mode of sexual reproduction in the basidiomycetes, and these spores will be dispersed by the method of the air or water currents, usually air currents, and then they will be carried to far away places, and they can germinate and they can give rise to a new hyphae or new fungi. Okay, after the germination of the spores. So these are actually the most the very advanced, sometimes they are considered the most advanced class of the fungi, and they are very common, and they are very notorious for the diseases which they cause, that means the rust and smut, and the famous mushrooms which people use for eating, the agaricus, this also comes from the Basidiomycetes. Okay, Ascomycetes was famous because of the Neurocressa we had seen, and some edible mushrooms were also there. But Basidiomycetes has the famous edible mushrooms and the rust and smut causing mushrooms, rather rust and smut causing fungi. So now after having discussed the third class of the fungi, we will see the fourth class of the fungi, which are Deuteromycetes. Okay, so Deuteromycetes are actually a sort of confusing class because of the history. As we had seen in earlier in the kingdom Protista, that many organisms in the kingdom Protista were earlier placed in the kingdom Plantae or kingdom Animalia, and later on they were moved into the kingdom Protista. So many times people get confused whether it belongs to kingdom Protista or it belongs to kingdom Plantae or Animalia. Similarly, many of the organisms were earlier placed into Deuteromycetes, but later on they were moved out of the Deuteromycetes, usually into the Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes. Okay, so that we will see. So there is one very important feature, one very distinguished characteristic about the deuteromycetes is that these are the fungi which do not have asexual mode of reproduction. Okay. uh, Sorry, rather they are the fungi which have only the sexual or vegetative mode of reproduction. They don't have any sexual mode of reproduction. Okay, so I have just noted it down for you. So they have only the asexual or vegetative mode of the reproduction, and sexual reproduction is absent. And because of the complete absence of the sexual reproduction, these deuteromycetes are also called as fungi imperfecti. Okay, so this is a very important term. It has been asked many times in the competitive examinations. So which class is also named as fungi imperfecti? Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. So the answer will be Deuteromycetes. So Deuteromycetes are fungi imperfecti, and the reason is they don't have the sexual mode of reproduction. Okay. So how there is a historical confusion in the organisms of the Deuteromycetes is because many times there were organisms which had the uh, only asexual mode of reproduction identified, and no sexual mode of reproduction was identified in them, and they were just placed in the deuteromycetes. But later on, upon uh, thorough investigation and research, it was found that that organism also contains the sexual mode of reproduction. Now it had to be removed out of the deuteromycetes, and it had to be moved to the Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes. So this is how many organisms were earlier members of the Deuteromycetes, but now they are members of the Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes. Okay. So this is an important thing which you have to remember. Then during so there is no sexual reproduction, only asexual reproduction is there. Asexual reproduction might take place by means of the spore formation or by vegetative means. Okay, by vegetative means by fission, by fragmentation, etc. Asexual spore means, here in this case asexual spores are usually conidia. Okay, so we had seen that in Basidiomycetes usually the asexual spores will be absent, but in Deuteromycetes conidiospores will be present, conidiospores will be produced. In Ascomycetes we had seen that in Ascomycetes also the conidiospores were being produced during the asexual reproduction. While in Phycomycetes we had seen that zoospores and aplanospores were produced and no conidiospores were produced. So I urge you all students to make a table where you just make 4 columns of these 4 classes, and then you write what kind of asexual spores, what kind of sexual spores are produced in each of these classes. Okay, so you make a comparative table so that it is easier for you to remember and you don't get confused. Okay, so conidiospores, as similar to the Basidiospores, they are also produced exogenously. However, let me tell you, conidiospores are asexual spores and Basidiospores are sexual spores. Okay, so that is the difference. Sexual spores means they will follow the process of the fusion of the haploid gamete followed by fertilization, and they will result into the diploid organism, and which will be followed by the reduction division or meiosis to give rise to the haploid spores. Okay, so that present stage or that characteristic thing has to be there, only then it will be called as sexual reproduction. So this was about the mode of reproduction. Now let us come to the morphology, that how do they look like. So if you see the mycelium as seen for the Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, in Deuteromycetes also the mycelium is again septate and branched. Okay, सो माइसेलियम में सेप्टा होगा, दैट मीन्स एक मल्टी सेलर या फिलामेंटस स्ट्रक्चर होगा और उसके अंदर ब्रांचिंग होगी हाइफी के अंदर। न्यूट्रिशन अगर बात करें तो मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन में दे मे बी सेप्रोफाइट्स इन एज लाइक ऑल अदर फंजाई, so most fungi are actually saprophytes. Okay, So saprophytes may mostly they are decomposers, and some are also parasites, as we had seen Puccinia and Astilago. And because of their involvement in the decomposition and degradation and the saprophytic mode of nutrition, they are very important for nutrient cycling. The examples of the deuteromycetes are Alternaria solani, Coletotrichum and Trichoderma. Okay, so Trichoderma is also causes some diseases. Coletotrichum and Alternaria solani. So these are the important examples you have to remember. Okay, so now we have completed the 4 classes of the kingdom fungi. Again, let me remind you over here that if you are asked to write a short note on deuteromycetes, you don't start immediately from here as I have shown here in this note. First, if you want to write a short note on deuteromycetes, first you have to write few line or one paragraph about the kingdom fungi, that what are the basic characteristics. They have the cell wall made up of the chitin. They are eukaryotic organism, mostly they are uh, saprophytes. They are always heterotrophic mode of nutrition. No autotrophic mode of nutrition is present. Okay, they usually form uh, the filamentous structure, and they are not unicellular except few organisms like yeast. So those basic features first you have to describe, and then you can also describe about the uh, about their general habitat and their morphology and their uh, 2 ways of the modes of reproduction and how these haploid and diploid phases are there. And then you can elaborate specifically about the deuteromycetes, all these details which I have shown you. That will be a perfect answer and it will give you the full marks. Okay, so note down these points carefully, and I think that you have understood it all. uh, and if you have any doubt, feel free to get back to me. We will discuss the kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, short portions of which are discussed in this biological classification because they are also part of the 5 kingdom classification. After that, we will discuss uh, the some other organisms which are sort of at the border. They are viruses. Okay, so viruses are not considered as a complete organisms. We will discuss some details about them also, and then we will finish this chapter later on. So okay, take care and don't forget to make your notes, and uh, try to visualize these organisms uh, by some pictures or by some figures, and always try to recollect the figures which are given in your textbook because they are very important. Okay, so okay, now we will stop here. Take care. Bye bye.